A 20-year-old man died early Saturday in a standoff and shooting with Lee County Sheriff's deputies and ALEA State Troopers. ALEA troopers identified the slain man as Jeff Melvin of Salem. Sheriff J. Jones said 911 received a call just after 1 a.m. from a motorist near the intersection of Lee Roads 240 and 206 in the Salem community. The area is commonly known as Moffits Mill on the Little Uchee Creek. The caller told authorities that they saw a man with a gun near the roadway. Deputies responded and encountered the man, Melvin, armed with a shotgun and standing near the road. Deputies issued multiple commands for Melvin to drop the weapon, but he refused. He continued to hold the weapon and racked the action on the weapon to chamber around, Jones said. As additional deputies arrived, they continued to try to get Melvin to drop the shotgun. They checked the registration of a vehicle that was at the location and contacted the registered owner, which was Melvin's mother. She told deputies her son was driving the vehicle and provided a description of him, which matched the description of the gun-wielding man. She also told 911 operators that her son suffered from mental health issues. A trained negotiator from the Opelika Police Department responded to the scene and tried to engage with Melvin while getting information from his mother. He continued to hold the shotgun and on occasion would point it in the general direction of law enforcement officers, Jones said. Negotiations continued for about 1 hour and 40 minutes, at which point Melvin pointed the gun directly at officers. At that point, officers fired on him. He was struck and taken by ambulance with a police escort to Piedmont Regional Hospital where he was pronounced dead. He said an ambulance had been on standby throughout the negotiations. No officers were injured. 3 Lee County deputies are on paid leave per departmental protocol. Jones said he spoke with Melvin's mother and offered his condolences. Based on the information I have at this time, I believe there were extensive efforts undertaken to communicate with this individual prior to the shooting, he said. At Jones' request, ALEA's State Bureau of Investigation is leading the probe, which is standard for officer-involved shootings. ALEA's State Bureau is investigation, per standard procedure for officer-involved shootings. Once the investigation is complete, the findings will be turned over to the Lee County District Attorney's Office.